Good evening, ladies and gents. We're here for the first Women's Super-Liga game of the round. We have the Western Devils against the West Coast Cobras. For the Devils, number 6, Nina Borman. Number 9, Laura Waltman. Number 14, Erica Chilcott. Number 4, Lindsay McDowell. Number 29, Andrea Priato. Number 21, Penelope Clayton. In goal, Rachel Wilson, number 1. And number 31, Charlene Lai. For the Cobras, number 14, Kim McCartney. Number 21, Eleanor Bates. Number 3, Sarah Ranieri. Number 7, Marco Kant. Number 1 in goal, Annie Leyland. Number 4, Shelby Cochran. Number 24, Taylor Reid. And number 2, Lauren Contanabali. All right, so just before kickoff, we have the Devils running left to right in the black kits. And I've got Betim Zeba with me. Betim, what do you reckon? How do you see tonight going?
I reckon tonight will be a good game. Devils have a defeat so far to the Northern Hawks, which I know you'll be happy about. Cobras had a good win last week, so both teams want to keep the momentum going as so far this season could go any way. Devils winning it last season. I know the Hawks want to come back winner this season, and so do the Cobras, so it'll make for an exciting game today.
As we see Andy Priato with a nice little flick at goal with the first chance of the game. Not even a minute old at the moment. Leyland to get the ball back into play. McCartney and Contanabali exchanging passes. Lay back for Clayton, but that ball's out of play. See Sarah Ranieri going up very high for the Cobras to start with as a pivot, and McCartney now driving forwards. Plays Ranieri, back to Contanabali. Cochran's in space on the right, but her touch is heavy. Excellent ball by Clayton for Waltman. Leyland with a good first up save. Lai dribbles down the line, trying to find Waltman, but it's cut out by Contanabali, who plays back for Ranieri. That was a strange decision not to just pass the ball across. That ball out off the Devils for a Cobras kick in. McCartney for Cochran. The ball just going under her foot. And Waltman resets to Priato. Down the line, good run by Priato. Contanabali probably needs to stay a little bit closer to the attacker there. Leyland plays Ranieri. Looking for the run of Cochran, but it's a loose ball. That is a very good ball though. But Contanabali had checked to help defend. Cochran's finally gotten her hair done. Can now put pressure on Priato. Clayton's pass, not quite read by Waltman. Ranieri's come off for the Cobras. Young number 7, Marco Kant's onto the field. She plays McCartney. Contanabali looking to return the ball to McCartney, but it was overhit. Contanabali for Kant, great ball. Waltman down the line for Clayton. Spins down past McCartney and shot out at the near post. Perhaps if she'd shot at the far post. So it was a good turn down the line. And now McCartney beats Waltman, driving forwards. Has got Bates down the line, receives, resets to Contanabali. And now McCartney, good defending there by Waltman, just to block off that run. Now McCartney, shots wide. That was good from the Cobras. Defensive change of player there, though. Not all that smooth from Khan to McCartney. They need to make sure they're organised, the Cobras. The Devils have been the benchmark in this competition for the last several seasons. Great return ball from Priato. Kontinabali again acknowledging John Goodlich's call from the bench that she had indeed lost her player. Clayton missed the run of Kant, but the pass just out of her reach. Good idea from Kontinabali. Great run from Kant. That ball just a little bit too big from Wilson for Borman. Kant impatient. And the Devils attacking swiftly, trying to get nice quick counter-attack goals. Kant down the line for McCartney. She beats Borman inside, and Clayton just clears her lines down to Leyland. Good defending by Waltman, cuts out the pass. Good screen by Clayton there on Kant. Gives Waltman space and time. Good defending from McCartney. The referee giving the indirect free kick for being within the 5. Clayton's shot blocked. Waltman to Clayton. Tries to beat McCartney down the line. The Cobras double up on her well.
Kind of the ball turning, Warman adding the pressure. Ranieri there for the shot, but intercepted by Lindsay. Warman with a great interception, driving one-on-one with Eleanor Bates. Lindsay to her right, takes with herself, has a shot, but Bates just gets a foot in the way. Good run by Lindsay to drag Ranieri.
Great recovery run by Ranieri as well.
Warman now. Clayton with a shot. McCartney intercepts. Clayton again to Borman. Down the line. Well, first time shot there by Clayton. Just over the bar.
Cobras defending very, very deep there, allowing the Devils to come forward. We want to make sure they don't do that too much more often. The Devils' firepower will really, really dig into that deep defence.
Warman now again, one-on-one, left-footed toe poke. Just above. Quite a few opportunities here for the Devils that haven't been able to capitalise. Let's just hope it doesn't come back to bite them. As we know the Cobras can score from the odd counter-attack, but all possession and opportunities are going the way of the Devils. McDowell now with the ball. Trying to put the ball down the line to Chilcott, but McCartney sees it out nicely. Ranieri off for Cochrane, back on. Devils sitting at halfway, inviting the pressure from the Cobras. I'd love to see Cobras utilise a few check runs here and there, especially Kim McCartney. She makes those darting runs to the middle, drags the defender. A little check run here and there would draw a defender and create space elsewhere. Right now the rotations from the Cobras is very, dare I say, one or two dimensional. It's the same movement every so often, which is resulting in a back and forth from both possessions.
They've not really kept that much possession. As soon as they're under pressure, you're right, their movements have become very, very one-dimensional. Certainly having more possession will be good for them, but in order to do that, That movement off the ball definitely has to be there. Contenabali with a great win in front of Priato. Priato was waiting a long time for the ball.
Oh, poor touch there by Borman. Wilson plays it out. Cobras out in the pressure now. Parallel there from Priato. Ball stayed in, so Cobras have let's see if they can keep possession of the ball. Devils sitting at halfway, so they could always try playing their own half, frustrate the Devils to force them to come towards them. So definitely know the Devils won't want to settle for a draw.
Great touch by Cochrane from the ball from Bates, but Contenabali's touch just let her down there. Terrific long pass from Bates though.
Chilcott with a great run in behind. Just lost read for a moment. If Priato played the ball, Chilcott could have possibly been through, but she decided not to play that ball. But now she has good pressure from Reed. Borman retrieves the ball back and keeps pressure. Kiss ball. Borman with great strength, but Reed kicks that out. Chilcott now with opportunity. Try toe poke that. Fortunately, Bates got on the way. If the Devils set it down just a little bit themselves, Cobra's play style was very much press and a good turn and shot there by Priato, but an easy save for Leyland.
An easy save might be underselling it a little bit. It was with an outstretched leg.
I'm just comparing her to my keeping ability, so easy.
As we see a ball from Rachel Wilson out of play. Ooh. Cobras kicking though from Reed. It's given away. Bates drives forwards and shoots. Wilson claims it calmly. And Priato just giving the young shot stopper a little bit of advice.
The movement from the Devils is drawing out the Cobras quite a bit. They are opting to follow their plays, which sometimes does lead in those opportunities in behind, as we saw with Waltman early in the first half. I don't hear too much communication from the Cobras myself. If there is any, it's not loud enough for myself to hear it court side.
Good throw from Leyland, but Cochrane unable to get it down under pressure from two Devils players.
Oh, great ball there, after 2v1. Oh, Clayton trying to play the ball to Borman. Reed lost the ball under her feet there. It's been a side ball. Quick ball down the line to Borman. Cochrane intercepts. Like I've just said there, those movements from the Devils are drawing out the Cobras defence, which if Clayton was a bit faster, could have resulted in a back post tap in for Nina Borman.
Yeah, Cochrane and Reed just getting a little bit lost there defensively. Needing to make sure that they keep track of their runner. Contenabali doing well to maintain possession, win the kick in for her team. McCartney looking for Reed. Cochrane's pass was weighted well for McCartney to be able to play first time. Reed had just checked though, wasn't able to get in behind, which is what McCartney was intending. Reed now going with her runner. Contenabali's way too wide.
Oh.
Not helping her teammate defend. Good little passing sequence there from the Cobras. Reed's pass just a little bit too far in front of Cochrane, but some nice one-touch futsal, nearly leading to a goal-scoring opportunity.
Borman not being able to keep that in. Just off the ball there, Chilcott and Charlene Lay with a good little switch run, which drew Reed and Contenabali away from each other for that brief moment. And that's what's going to give Devils that attacking opportunities.
We did just see that little check run that you spoke about before, Betim, from Kim McCartney, playing the ball, moving forwards, and then cutting towards Contenabali for the little 1-2.
She must have heard me on the sideline.
Didn't quite pay off, but more of that from the Cobras will help them, definitely.
But just then, Marco can't pressing Clayton all on her own with a passing opportunity free. It's like that, and Borman with a goal. Left by herself, had the time to turn and shoot. Leyland set herself and it's very unfortunate to be left one-on-one with that shot. Let's see if the replay has got it.
You see the ball coming in to Borman just now. As again, Kontinabali had lost their player. Cobras' defence wasn't able to scramble to then get back.
Wallman with a run in behind again. Great match to play. Oh, Charlene Lay with a goal! Last week she scored a hat-trick or 4 from memory, and now she's got another one to her name. She's having the dream time in Women's Superliga at the moment. As we can see from the replay. Ball down the line. Off screen you see Wallman making a run down the line. Great ball to her. Cobras gets sucked in, trips it over. Charlene lays there for a nice little tap in into the bottom corner.
Another situation though where the Cobras players lost their defender, lost the person they were marking and didn't cover defend very well. Excellent finish by Lay.
Well, that's the problem with man marking. Sometimes if you're not on the same wavelength as your teammates, those type of movements can occur. Or if people do get lazy. Fortunately, things like that do occur. Cobras now have a 2-goal deficit to try and get back to, but Devils aren't laying down. They want 3, they want 4. They're going to keep going. Wallman there with time to a space to herself to take that touch, turn and shoot. Although it wasn't the best shot she's ever had, she had the time to take it. Again, poor defending once more from the Cobras. Bit of frustration there, as you can see. No options, so McCartney's had to clear it out. Clayton opting herself, Kontinabali getting away with that one. Layla now looking for options. Plays Kontinabali through McCartney. Ranieri running down the line, but taking a bit too late to meet that ball. Wallman intercepts. Again, I see the idea of Kontinabali there, but Marco can't have him position himself in front yet. And a poor pass by Borman. Nearly saw Ranieri with an easy tap in goal. They've been let off with that one. From what I'm seeing so far in this half is Cobras need to be a bit more patient in the runs when they're trying to play the pivot. They're trying to play the pass before the pivot's ready. They're trying to force the ball before the players made that run rather than controlling that ball. Devils have created space by waiting, drawing players out and then running into the space created by the teammates, which Cobras can't seem to cope with at the moment as they haven't been able to retain possession for more than about 3 or 4 passes right now.
No, and they're definitely letting themselves down defensively. Not tracking runners, being lazy, waiting for the time when the runner is beyond them to start their own defensive run.
See, good call by Ranieri, telling the teams they don't have to go forward. Great ball by Ranieri and a good shot by Kontinabali.
Marco Kant standing still watching the attack is also then letting down the Cobras. The Devils players would have been in there ready for a tap-in. Great touch though by Kant.
As you notice, the one time the Cobras relaxed the ball and played it back first, they created opportunity in front. Goes to show.
A very good pass from Ranieri as well.
Ranieri's been in great form so far this season. Nearly won. Timeout now for the Devils.
So we were just seeking clarification around the name of one of the Devils players, Charlene Lai. So the goals for the Western Devils, one to Nina Borman and one to Penelope Clayton, with an assist each for Laura Waltman and Erica Chilcott. Sorry, we have a correction. The second goal scorer was Charlene Lai, so that is a mistake. The second goal scorer was Charlene Lai. Nina Borman with the first and Lai with the second. The restart of play, Devils looking to draw the Cobras out with a set piece from the timeout, but it didn't happen, didn't work for them.
Making that run on the option before the ball's even been placed. Again, that poor pass by Ranieri, unfortunately, giving possession away to the Devils in their own half. As I say, that poor pass from Clayton, which gives possession back to the Cobras. Maybe they felt bad. Bates with over to ball. Decent effort, try to find Khan, but Khan had made that run inwards and over that ball. Ooh.
Good defensive read by Reed. Khan opening up into space. Ranieri with a good driving run, found by Bates. She's looking to drop the ball back into Reed. This is much better from the Cobras. Well done by Taylor Reed. Then Ranieri's pass was overhit.
Cobras didn't present an option to Ranieri's left, so she was forced to play it down the line. She didn't concede that ball. The rotations from Cobras, they do quite a few rotations. Sometimes they're moving just for the sake of it rather than being in a position to draw defenders in or to create space for themselves, in my personal opinion.
Well, Taylor Reed moved inside a little bit earlier and actually closed down space, so they just need to make sure that they get the timing right as well. So Reed's pass there, like, what is she expecting Marco Khan to do with that ball? If she was able to get to it, what is she going to do with it?
I agree. Off screen there, the bottom screen, Eleanor Bates made 2-3 check runs, although not receiving that ball. Forcing the ball down to that channel where they've conceded possession once more.
Good defensive work there though by Taylor Reed, stepping in front, forcing Waltman wide. They've got the ball back, 9 seconds to go.
Nice. Good idea there from Ranieri, but overhit that pass to Reed.
On the keeper!
As you can hear from the Devils bench, to get on the keeper. Oh, unfortunate. Waltman keeps possession, but that is half time. Scoreline 2-0 to the Devils. Goal scorers Charlene Lai and Nina Borman. We'll be back for the second half shortly. Right,
So just some statistics from the first half. The attempted passes was quite even the completed passes, with 179 to the Devils and 176 to the Cobras, at 68 and 67% respectively. The number of passing strings was 8 to the Cobras and 5 to the Devils, of 5 passes or more. Possession, 8.5 minutes to the Cobras, 10 minutes 20 to the Devils, so 55% to 45%. Total shots is where there's a big difference. The Devils with 16 and the Cobras with only 5. 8 of those shots from the Devils are on target, so more than the Cobras' total shots for the half. All right, and now trying to counter-attack immediately. Bates tracking Borman. Nell Clayton was waiting for her run. And then Cobras have given the ball back.
There was an opportunity there for Bates to play to a right to Cochrane, which created space on the right side. Cobras playing very much down the line they're facing rather than trying to open up the play. Good ball there by Clayton. Charlene Lai doing very well to win the ball back and reset it to Priato. Like I said before, doing very well getting called up to the Women's Superliga. Oh, nearly gets around Cochrane there. Reed with another poor pass there by the Cobras, forcing Reed to run out, chase after that ball. Which again forced over another turnover. It's these little things here, 2 metre, 3 metre passes which the Cobras aren't achieving. Clayton faking on the Bali. Send it back to the IGA in Leaderville. The shot goes on the hands of Leyland. Down the line from Bates to Kondabali, but again, a little bit too early. Straight to the hands of Wilson. Lai with a good ball to Borman. Looking to make that run in behind, but Borman opts to reset play, drawing the entire Cobras team into their own half. And now looking to counter. But a poor pass from Priato. Sees the ball go out. Cochrane trying to play the ball to Kondabali. Not sure why when she was surrounded by 2 different Devils plays, and they've conceded possession. Clayton down the line. Lyle was waiting there, but Leyland gets it. Leyland trying to play the ball out to Reed quickly. Bit too much power on that ball, but Waltman was there anyway to see it out. Clayton with the ball. Over top. Over the ball, trying to find line, but Bates did well to intercept. Oh. Let's see if there's a little set play here from the Devils. Unfortunately not. I was a bit excited there. After 1-2, good win back by Lai. Again, having a good game. Good strength there. Oh. Good strength there from Clayton. Not sure if that pass to Wallman or Lai was attempted or an accident, but nearly worked out for him. Cochrane conceding play, gets around Borman, has a shot and just misses. Sloppy play from the Cobras right now.
Kontanabali just didn't read the exit run from Cochrane. Should have been looking for Taylor Reid's movement instead of trying to give the ball to Cochrane as she was exiting.
But that's been the Cobras today, just that miss of communication right now with the movements and rotating. Reed there, if she made a check run, she could have created more space for herself. Made the run and then slowed down, waiting for it. Easy interception for Wallman there. Bates trying to find Kondabali, who does apologise for making that run, but again, it's that communication once more. Wallman's made a check run, made a second one, made a third one, and now she has the ball.
Good block as well by Borman there. Give Waltman a little bit of space. Now Clayton looking down the line. Her pass is blocked by Cochrane well. The Devils at the moment happy just to play in a similar vein to the Cobras. Possession of the ball as they move around, but both teams trying to be quite direct. Excellent ball from Reed. Kontinabali's giving it away to Waltman.
Oh God.
Great touch by Bates.
Good interception by Borman. Plays to Lai, who resets play to Clayton. Borman with the run in behind. Bates didn't track it fast enough, but fortunately for the Cobras, that pass wasn't played. Good use of the body there by Wallman, but no one had made that run in behind. Kandabali looking for options, plays it nice and simple. Reed with a little check run, receives the pass. Cochrane rotating in behind, getting pressed by Waltman. Plays it back to Leyland. To Reed. Bit of possession now for the Cobras, what I like to see. Hopefully I haven't cursed them, I may have just then. Oh, no, they've kept possession.
Good ball by Bates over the top. Cochrane keeps it against Waltman. And then Reed resets to Bates, who looks up again. Pass is just overhit, just out of reach for Kontinabali. Those little details, the Cobras are just not quite getting right.
Borman trying to play that ball long to Chilcott, intercepted by McCartney. Kondabali tries to play back to Bates. Chilcott intercepts, gets a pass. Bates. Leyland does well to come out. That's breakdown the opportunity. Lay with a left-footed shot, intercepted by Cochrane. 2-1 situation. Cochrane just hitting it a bit too early. 1-2 play there. Ooh. Good shot there by Wallman. Now Cobras intercept from a great save from Leyland. McCartney down the line, opts for the shot, intercepted by Chilcott.
Good block there by Chilcott, keeping her feet. Cochrane looked like she was lining up the shot. McCartney went the other way into Bates. Now Cochrane with the shot, just got underneath it.
McDowell now on Falai, apologies.
McDowell.
McDowell. My English isn't very good, I do apologise.
Great ball from Borman into McDowell. The former Australian pivot holds the ball up well and back to Borman. Then reset to Chilcott into Waldman. These periods of sustained possession for the Devils are quite useful in frustrating the Cobras, but again, as I say that, nearly a turnover.
Devils did very well to react to that. Lots of possession. Wallman, as soon as she loses that ball, recovering instantly, and the whole team helping her recover up that ball.
Yeah.
Which is what Cobras need to do a bit better. I hear a bit more communication now. Good little turn there by Cunt, but McDowell did well too.
But they're also choosing difficult passes. So Kontinabali just there. Ooh. That pass down the line, Marco Kant's running towards the corner. It's a very difficult ball to do very much with, where she had Kim McCartney on the other side facing forwards, who could have then played the next ball on a better angle for Kant. But those decisions are not going right at the moment for the Cobras.
I think it might be a bit of frustration, 2-0 down, wanting to get that killer pass to get that goal. But it could be the downfall with poor passes opting in the counter-attack. Borman now sitting up top with McCartney. Over top ball from Priato, gets it back. Ooh.
Good header from Kant, and then Priato panicking slightly. I think she may have just hurt herself.
Ooh. It seems to be limping off there a little bit. Hopefully she's okay.
As a state team coach, I certainly hope so. Kontinabali again, passing the ball standing still instead of moving. This is better from the Cobras.
Bit of a difficult pass for Grant.
A little bit of pressure put on her with that pass.
See, in the first half when it was 0-0, Cobras could have afforded to play a bit deeper, draw the Devils' defence and play out. But now Devils are 2-0 up, so Cobras do have to attack, otherwise Devils will just sit and relax.
Great turn by Khan down the line. Foreman with a good recovery.
I'll be a free kick for the Cobras on the first initial foul on Kant. Ranieri to take this free kick. Let's see what she opts to do. Has a shot herself, maybe not the best idea in that situation, but
If she'd hit the target, it would have been a great idea, but
well, of course. But curious to see if the Cobras do try to play fly keeper.
Khan just needs to bring that ball under control rather than try and pass first time.
Natural back transition. Get a foot in, get a foot in. Well done, that's really good punching. I punch you, that's why I was shocked.
Greg, I know for yourself, fly keeper would have been pulled out about 10 minutes ago.
Maybe 4 or 5.
But in this situation, it doesn't look like Cobras will score from open play, with no disrespect.
Well, and that's very much my way of thinking, is that if the game is looking like at a point in time you're not creating much, change it by playing fly keeper or something different, whatever it is, but change the game, create something new, and then if you get a goal, you get some momentum, then you can go back to something else, but players will have slightly more confidence from doing it. But at the moment, the Cobras aren't really changing anything.
We're doing well there, but Borman does well to get back and put a body in the way. Well, we saw 2 or 3 weeks ago when the Cobras versed the Phoenix futsal.
Sorry, versed is not a word. They played against Phoenix futsal, yes.
Yeah, English is my third language, so apologies.
Start your run up, start your run
But
up.
in that, they were down and opted to play fly keeper, which they did end up getting back from a goal from Kondabali and from memory, Kim Makani. But don't test me on that knowledge. So we know they can play it, they know they can do it effectively, but it depends if the confidence is there for their team to do it currently against the Devils.
Yeah, and that's certainly a big thing, is do they have the right players to do it? That's up to the coach to decide, but whether or not they're happy with a 2-0 loss, I guess, is the other question.
Well, the timeout has occurred, so maybe we'll see fly keeper occur.
I'd suggest we'll probably see a little bit of discussion about it, and then the Cobras definitely have to organise themselves to press quicker and immediately, but whether or not the fly keeper will come out straight away, I tend to be a believer that if you do it straight after a timeout, it's a little bit predictable. If you can wait or do something to try and surprise the opposition, then go to the fly keeper, it makes a difference.
Oh, it definitely gets in the head. I remember a game last season where Greg yourself, right off kickoff, gave me a bib, told me to stand halfway to pretend we're playing fly keeper. It shook the defence of the Cobras. I ran straight off and we scored 10 seconds later because the Cobras were too busy trying to sort out fifth man and it was never being played. It's a nice little mind game.
Yeah, well, and there's all different sorts of things that you want to use in games. So anything you can gain an advantage from that's legal, you want to try.
Of course, legal. Of course. Well, we see Leyland running out now, so fly keeper is occurring. They have the plays to do it. Leyland and Kondabali down the line. Nice ball. Back post to Leyland. Oh, very unfortunate. Kondabali got away with that one. Better touch from Clayton. She would have had a shot on goal. Fly keeper, great way to get back into the game, but you have to be patient, have to keep possession. If you give it away out of nowhere, there's an open goal to be scored from.
Take the ball.
Oh,
Ball.
bit of a hard
Don't
pass there
force
from McCart.
it, Sarah.
As you can hear from John Goodrich there, telling him not to force it.
Well done, that's really well done.
Oh, poor pass there from Bates.
Well done.
Woman with a quick shot.
Right, now, organise it, player on player.
Again, there's
player
no
on player.
need to force our
Step-
ball there.
step up.
Possession
Outside,
given
check
to
your
the
shoulders.
Devils.
Press.
Press being called from the coach of the Cobras.
Well done.
Kondabali with the ball, trying to slip it through to McCartney. Warman did well to react.
Apple. Oi, is it a corner? Drop.
Well, a bit of miscommunication there, what was occurring. So Leyland ran out of a goal thinking there was a corner, but nothing came from it. Warman to Clayton. Chilcott making a run in behind. Ooh, decent ball there from Clayton again. Poor tracking from Kondabali. Devils now pressing, potentially trying to stop the Cobras from attempting fly keeper. McDowell there by herself again, left by the Cobras once more. A bit more power in that throw from Wilson, and McDowell's on goal. Oh, one with a good little touch around. Shot intercepted by Kondabali, who looks a bit winded from that one. And that one's high from Walman. Devils pressing right now. I think they're trying to force that error there. Leyland running back to a goals. Oh. Devils forcing, putting the Cobras under pressure, trying to stop them playing that fly keeper. Cobras did try to attempt it, but they did lose possession and were lucky to not concede as Leyland was running back. Cobras now pressing, but Devils don't want to keep possession. Warman doing well to keep the ball, keeping it in. Resets Chilcott, who's by herself. Ranieri pressing. Makani intercepts that ball. Gets past one. Left footer shot, tries to slip it through to Kondabali, but Warman was in the way with a great block. Oh, great interception, apologies. Now she's looking to attack herself, no options. Resets play. Clayman now looking to attack herself.
Excellent composure there from Waltman to start that whole thing. Keeping possession in play. Beating McCartney down the line and then resetting and just keeping the game simple. Now the Cobras able to play fly keeper. What can they make of it? Great ball. That is a very good ball from Eleanor Bates. Annie Leyland just a little bit too deep there. My fiance would not be happy with me, but that pass from Bates was excellent.
McCartney doing well to see that one out. Gives Leyland a chance to set back up for fly keeper. Kondabali lucky to keep possession after that one, getting pressed instantly.
McCartney needs to shift a little bit higher. She's very deep, 20 metres from goal.
Paulson pass intercept to Warman with a shot. And Warman scores with her left foot.
She's left-footed.
Is she? Well, I've seen her shoot with the left and a right.
But that position for McCartney, like I just said, being on halfway, trying to pass the ball through from there, it's just too far. You need to squeeze your fly keeper attack forwards, push the opposition defence back, shorten the passing ranges.
Most definitely, but Cobras again trying to force those passes. Every time it goes down the line, they're trying to force us through the middle or across. And goal
from Taylor Reid. everyone a little bit caught by surprise there. Good finish by Reed, but Rachel Wilson just not able to get her foot there early enough.
Yeah, so from my initial angle, it looked like the side netting. That's why I was a bit startled there, but good little goal there from Reed. 2 minutes left, 3-1. Very doable if the Cobras can keep possession and create actual opportunities. Right now, they're playing one ball down the line and trying to force it across rather than keeping possession, trying to shift the defence of the Devils.
And the outside players most definitely have to be moving a lot more into the middle when the ball shifts. So if a ball gets down the line, there has to then be at least 2 players moving to be in a position to either shoot or play a pass. At the moment, the pass is going to each individual, and the other 3 individuals, except for their deepest player, are all standing still. That movement has to come if they want to try and then get back into the game.
Exactly right. Again, 2 minutes, stop clock. That's a bit of time to keep possession, but they only have a few more shots. Let's see what the Cobras opt to do for the next 2 minutes.
All right, so the Cobras now definitely needing to press, and they are. Pressure from Bates on Borman. And that ball's out off Bates, but good start for the Cobras. Now Borman with a head up, trying to play lie down the line. And this is where the Cobras can move slow. Unfortunately, Reed seems to have missed that memo. Kontanabali to Leyland, over the top from Bates. Great ball from McCartney. And Leyland, that ball from Reed. How that has not gone in, I have no idea.
As a keeper, you'd be expecting her to dive there for that one, but unfortunately, that could be the opportunity to bring it back in there. Very unfortunate. I mean, I can't talk myself. I've been in opportunities like that and have missed myself, so I'll buy my time.
Clayton looking for Waltman, plays her. And Borman down the line for Lai. Good defending by Bates. Waltman blocked by McCartney and out off of Waltman. So 1 minute and 7 seconds left. Bates carrying the ball forwards. Plays McCartney, she can drive forward. Reed should be setting for McCartney to shoot. And Wilson unable to get her shot on target. Good pressure there from the Cobras on the shot.
It's so open. You can get a shot off. You don't need to go to the back post. You've got so much space. Work it quickly. Neither of us are step. Laurie, skip the pass. Skip the pass.
McCartney now bringing the ball forwards again. Bates looking up, down the line for Reed. Ball across, Wilson saves.
Play it out. Play it out. Don't shoot. Just get.
McCartney still very, very deep.
Eleanor, maybe put a block in so it can go straight to Kim. Kim, get in line so you can get it off her. Yeah. Taylor, no.
Taylor playing up to Kontabali, kept possession. Can Kontabali keep it in? Plays it to Leyland.
Shot from McCartney, blocked again by Waltman.
Taylor, up the line. Not in the middle. Up the line.
You hear a very vocal John Goodlich on the sideline here.
Well done, Taylor.
20 seconds left.
Press. Well done, Laurie.
Kontabali losing that ball, giving it to Waltman, but did well to intercept it. Another great interception. A miscommunication there. Clayton when the ball gets past one. What can you do? Shoot it straight into. Ooh, good save there by Leyland. 2 seconds left. And there we have it. Scoreline ending 3 to the Devils, 1 to the Cobras. Goal scorers from Nina Borman, Laura Wallman, and Charlene Lai. And for the Cobras, goal for Taylor Reid.
We'll have the stats just come up in a second. So, again, the passing totals were quite close. With the fly keeper at the end there, the Cobras ended up with 382 passes to the Devils 327. The passing percentages, again, were quite high, 66 and 63. Time in possession, the Cobras shaded that in the end because of that fly keeper. But the most telling statistic was still the shots, with the Cobras having 24 shots, and the Cobras having 18 shots to the Devils 24, and the shots on target for the Devils 14. The shots on target for the Cobras 11. So that scoreline of 3-1 definitely comes from the number of shots that happen. The Cobras, with their fly keeper, needed to be higher, needed to move the ball a little bit quicker as well. But at the end of the day, the Devils created more chances, were more confident, more cutting in front of goal, and deservedly won the game. Anything from you, Betim?
I think you said it all. Throughout the game, we pinpointed bits and pieces from both teams that improvement needed to be, but overall, Devils took their chances and the shots the stats are there to prove it. Good results for the Devils, and join us for the next game, Men's Superliga. Thank you.